Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Hakuna La Planta. My name is Kevin, and today I'm going to show you my top 5 plants for the month of August. Ooh, I'm gonna show you some good ones. And like every other favorites video, I will have a honorable mention at the end. It's just like sometimes so hard to pick 5. So I'm looking around. We got 3 philodendrons, an anthurium, and 2 Hoyas. So let's talk about the comeback kid. This is one of my biggest leaf philodendrons, and it is my Philodendron Melanochrysum. So, you know, the juvenile form is very picky when it comes to humidity. The leaves constantly get stuck. And although I've had my issues with my mature Melanochrysum, I feel when they're in their mature state, they really don't need that much. If y'all remember, this was a plant that had root rot in LECA, and in an attempt to save the plant, I propagated it, and only one survived. So I threw her in a chunky aeroid mix, crossed my fingers because it was really scary. So I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Guys, look at her. Look at this plant. So now she has a few leaves, and this is the newest one right here. Beautiful. And then there's another one over here. She does have a leaf that is yellowing, and this is completely normal. Just as long as the leaf that's yellowing is the oldest leaf, then you're fine. So I'm just gonna wait a little bit. There is still more green on it, so I'm gonna wait a little bit. Like, can you? I can't. You know, I'm just so excited because the last 3 leaves have been this one, and then this one, and then now this one. So she's pushed out like 3 leaves that have been like large and like the same size. And what I've learned growing this Melanochrysum is that it really doesn't like my Sunblaster LED Grow lights. Currently, this plant is just relying on the south-facing window, and she's kind of like, I want to say 1.5 meters away from the window. When I had her facing the grow light, you can see in this leaf, she had a little yellowing here. And it's not only with this philodendron, it's with other philodendrons as well. I would say this plant is currently getting like medium light. She is in my old aeroid mix, so she's actually pretty dry right now. Yeah, she's really dry. I'm just poking my finger through the medium. And this aeroid mix actually holds on to a bit more moisture than I like. So I've changed it to have more charcoal, perlite, pumice, and of course bark. I think I'm gonna put this on a moss pole. I know I'm not really a fan of them, but I think this plant would benefit. But are you guys in love? I'm in love. Look at this leaf. I just love how long they are. Like, look at this leaf. And because this medium holds on to more moisture, I only water this plant like once a month. And like, she's produced leaves like this. I remember when I overwatered her, she kind of had this like yellowing on this new leaf. So this is the second newest leaf. It's not facing a grow light, but you could see that there's like some yellow streaking here. But this one, when I saw it, I was like, Kevin, don't water it. So it's been a month since I watered this plant, and she's happy. So I get this question a lot, not specifically about this plant, but with all my plants. People ask if I buy my plants small. I would say 99% of my plants I buy juvenile or small, and I like to watch them grow. This one is maybe the only plant that I actually bought mature, and it had leaves that were bigger than this one. I will either pop in a picture or a clip. I bought her like more mature than what this leaf is. I don't know if it will ever get to that size again. Just because of my environment, it's not like optimal. But I mean, I think she's happy, guys. So the first plant is the Philodendron Melanochrysum. Yeah, also the newest leaf is like facing the wall. Like, she is getting no light. And if y'all are curious, I just looked at the temperature and humidity reading. It is currently 73 degrees Fahrenheit and 57% humidity. Okay, let's do another philodendron. Oh my gosh, this one. Oh, I've said this before, but this philodendron will most likely be in the majority of my favorites videos, and it is the Philodendron Strawberry Shake. So I'm showing this plant specifically to you guys because the leaf, the newest leaf, is so pretty. It's like what I want in a strawberry shake, and so I'll grab it. Okay, look at this. Oh my gosh, look at this new leaf. I'm always gonna like a strawberry shake with more balanced variegation, like equal parts green and like variegation. I don't know, like it looks so pretty. Am I crazy? But like not only this leaf, like look at this super variegated one. This one is like all cream. Like wow, wow, wow. And I mean, this plant is interesting because the one before that is fully green. There's like a little tiny bit of variegation. Looking a bit lower in the plant, you could see that, you know, the variegation is kind of balanced. I mean, more on some leaves than others. But yeah, it's always exciting because you never know what it's gonna look like. I'm thinking that this is gonna fade to maybe this color. This one is against my south-facing window and it's receiving a grow light like to the side here. So it is getting a lot of light, but look how pretty. Like, I don't know. It's remind me of like Prince of Orange, that kind of color scheme. And I'm not gonna propagate her yet, but I like, you know, you can't just look at the leaves when it comes to propagating and like wondering if that propagation will come out with a lot of variegation. You have to look at the stem and the node. So I'll just show you an example. So the node is under the petiole, so y'all can't see it, but do you see the streaking? Like there's a light pink and then like a dark pink. So look for that pattern going through the node of the stem. At least in my experience, you know, that kind of produces plants with high variegation. Obviously, if it's a darker pink, then odds are you'll probably get leaves like this. And I just want to show you guys the stem because sometimes it's very, very hard to see on strawberry shake stems. I also have that experience with the Monstera aurea. And I forgot, this is the one that had that offshoot that was like totally cream. And I honestly think it's just living because the rest of the plant is, you know, has green on it. I don't know, guys, there's something about, you know, the variegation and like the pink border just outlining the whole leaf. And oh yeah, I want to show you guys, I'm gonna show you another plant. So I'm very happy with these strawberry shakes because these started out as just single node, like wet sticks. Like they had no leaves, they had no roots, they barely had any adventitious roots. I put them in sphagnum moss in a cup, cling wrap on top, just to boost the humidity up, and so I didn't need to wash her or water her a lot. And so there's two in here, look, and they're pretty variegated. Look at that half moon, and then that's the new leaf after that, and then the second one, see, look, the shades of pink, yellow, green. She does have a new leaf coming, and like she's dry, guys, like listen to her. Crispiness is. I'm definitely gonna water her. Once I water her, I'll probably transfer her. I don't know, maybe I'll think about growing this to sell. I'm not currently selling, guys, but you know, eventually in the future. So yeah, oh my God. So the second plant is the Philodendron Strawberry Shake. Okay, so the third one is another philodendron. It is a plant that I probably have like the most of. Like I have so many multiples of this plant, but I'm obsessed. I'm really just obsessed with the pattern and the leaf, the variegation. It is the Philodendron Hoya Buono. So if y'all remember, I propagated my Philodendron Strawberry Shake. Oh, okay, Kevin, we moved past that plant. I just keep propagating plants like I lose track. I propagated my Philodendron Hoya Buono, and now I have a lot of, you know, babies. They're like not babies anymore. So I'm showing you this one specifically because she is one of the biggest ones to come out of, you know, the propagation process. She's living in Lechuza Pond, and the newest leaf is like almost all white. Guys, what on earth is happening? Oh yeah, I don't know, man. This kind of variegation is kind of unpredictable and sporadic when it comes to the Hoya Buono. You could see in the previous leaf, there's a block right over there. All the other leaves barely have anything, especially the younger leaves. Look at these, literally all green. When I put this plant in pond, I actually didn't have high hopes, but I guess it's similar to the one that lives in my office. Like she started out, and I don't know if it's because it was more juvenile, but she started out with just green leaves. I don't know if it's something to do with the maturity of it. I don't think it's light related because this one is not under a grow light. And it's funny because the ones that I have under a grow light, they don't produce leaves like this, except for the one in my office. So like I take it back. I mean, and like even the newest leaf, guys, has white. So I guess it's in the genetics of the plant. I don't know if heat is a factor as well. But like I said, my temperature runs between 65 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit. At night, it probably stays constant at 65 degrees Fahrenheit. And this plant is literally under a vent. And I know, y'all know me, I like to test, you know, different environments with different plants. So I have two Hoya Buonos that are right under a vent and they're fine. Super, super hardy, guys. So yeah, you can see because she's not close to a grow light, the internodes, so the space between the nodes are very large and it's getting a little leggy. I don't want to cut her yet just because she's pushed out this, ooh, oh my God, the stem, like it made a noise. It was just gonna propagate itself. Yeah, guys, do you know what? I'm noticing for the first time, this is weird to me. I'm just noticing this now. So remember I talked about the strawberry shake, about the stem and the variegation. So you can see in the top part here that there is some white streaking right over there. But it's weird because it doesn't run through, like maybe you could see a little bit, but it doesn't run through consistently through the rest of the stem. And I'm looking at my other ones over here and it looks to me that they're kind of appearing randomly in the stem. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess I'll show you the other one that sits next to it. I currently have 3 Hoya Buonos on the shelf behind y'all, not receiving a lot of light. I wanna say medium, right under a vent. And they're probably the biggest ones in my collection, which I think is hilarious. But this is the second one. So you could see that, wow, wow, wow. See, there's no white in the stem here. In the new leaf, you know, majority white. So I don't know, guys. And I dry these out a lot. I probably fill up the reservoir. Oh, there's actually water in here. I'm shocked. I probably only fill up the reservoir like once every 2 weeks. And, you know, they kind of get to the point where they're like super dry. But yeah, I definitely recommend this plant to everyone. It is super easy. I mean, when I propagated it, I didn't lose anything. You know, I've tried this plant in a lot of mediums. So my main one is in LECA currently. I'm gonna propagate her because she's like really big and like leggy now. A lot of the ones that are, you know, looking really good and growing really fast are there in Lashusa Pond. The ones in an aerated mix or soil, I propagated them. So I do have more propagations going in soil. And I'm trying an airier mix because I know the one I was using before was really dense. And so like they weren't really doing like the best, but they were doing okay. Anyhow, I'm rambling. So the third plant is the Philodendron Hoya Buono. Okay, so the fourth plant is an Anthurium. It's not one of the beastuses behind y'all. Like the Metallicum always wants to be the star of the show. She's always right behind me. Also the Decipens. Oh my gosh, guys. This Anthurium is one that, you know, is very close to my heart because she's come back to life so many times and now she's actually doing fantastic. So this is the Anthurium Esmeraldense. She's doing really well. Her new leaf is starting to like show signs of maturity. I don't see a lot of people own this plant, but when you Google it, the leaves have this like ribbing, not as close as like the Veitchii, for example. And they're generally like longer when they mature. Here's a picture from a year ago. You know, looking at it, it's not impressive at all. Like it's like whatever. But I'm just gonna grab. I'm really excited because like she looks so good. She's living in Lashusa Pond. Oh my God. Do you see the ribs? Oh my God, ribs. I'm hungry. I could use some ribs. You see why? It looks so good on camera, guys. Oh my God. And obviously these are the older leaves, so they're looking pretty like scorched by the grow light, but not really impressive. But like I knew that it would eventually grow to like its full potential, hopefully. And like it's starting to with this new leaf. And like it's hard to maneuver around this plant, guys. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? It might seem like I'm more excited about this one because this leaf is facing my south-facing window. So like I basically see the back of her. I never really see the front. And like, do you see how she's kind of bent here? The Bully Monsterati constellation with its gigantic leaves keeps like folding the leaf like this, and because it was unfurling and like hardening off while Monstera was bullying it, it's like bent a little bit. But it's cute, guys. It's quirky and everything. I love it. Do you see what I mean? Like the ribbing. I think I'm just excited because the leaf before that, and she's looking a little rough just because I've been very inconsistent with the watering with this plant. It looks like just a bigger version of the smaller leaves. This one is actually starting to elongate and have that signature ribbing. Definitely due for a repot. So I was gonna wait till this leaf hardened off. Now that it's hardened off, I do need to move it to a bigger pot. I know that the roots have kind of taken over this pot because I have to water this plant, I want to say, like every 2 to 3 days. And sometimes I forget because the demands have drastically increased. Are y'all excited? I'm excited. Look at you. You're so cute. She is, you know, growing a lot of adventitious roots. Obviously, for the plant to mature, they need to feel established in their medium. So repotting it upon did I say barium? Burying those roots under the pot or whatever substrate, or adding some wet sphagnum moss to the top here will facilitate that root growth. Okay, so the fourth plant is the Anthurium Esmeraldense. Okay, the fifth plant is a Hoya. If y'all like sunstress Hoyas, this one looks so amazing right now. She's still pretty small because I did propagate her and I actually did neglect her in the beginning, but it is the Hoya Sulawesi GPS 886. What's the last 7? Yes, okay. So this Hoya is known for its beautiful red sunstressing and also its large round leaves. And I'll just pop in a clip. I think this was 5 months ago during one of my plant tour videos. But this is kind of what she looked like when I got her. And yeah, it's, you know, she pretty much has green leaves at this point. I'm going to put her in probably LECA, if not LECA then Pon. And I'm actually going to cut this, and then I'm going to propagate another plant. Okay, so shortly after that, I did propagate her. I did throw her into LECA. I threw her under a grow light. She has this massive sunstress leaf, and I am just, oh my gosh, guys, look at this. And she's not even hard yet. Oh my gosh, look at this one too. Are you kidding me? You know, these two leaves are coming from one plant. This vine is coming from that same plant as well. I mean, also beautiful sunstressing there. Look at these cute little baby leaves, guys. They're so cute. And the second one, I guess because this one's kind of facing away, also sunstress. Actually, she is really sunstress. I thought she was less sunstress. Look at this. Again, oh, look at the veining. And look at the texture. Yeah, I just saw this leaf. I was like, this is the biggest pancake leaf I've ever seen. Wow, wow, wow. I don't know, like obsessed, so obsessed with it. I think it's time to put her on a trellis. I did that thing where I put the cake dowels before I pot up the plant just so I could thread a wire trellis or like a bamboo trellis. I might wait a tiny bit longer because I don't want to disrupt these babies. Oh my gosh, they're so cute, guys. They're so cute. Just shiny, glossy. Like, I love how this leaf has some splash over there. In LECA, so she's getting my usual nutrient solution. So 2 teaspoons per gallon for FloraMicro, Grow, and Bloom. And yeah, I like cannot wait. I don't know if y'all heard my stomach, but I'm hungry. What time is it? It's 12. That's why I'm hungry. I don't even know what I was saying. I'm excited to watch it grow. I don't know. Okay, the fifth plant is the Hoya Sulawesi GPS 8867. Okay, honorable mention. You know, this Hoya, I was a little disappointed when I received it, just because, you know, when you see pictures of this plant, you do expect more splashing in the leaves. Obviously, it varies between specimen, and when it comes to splashing in the leaves, like it can be very inconsistent, but the honorable mention is the Hoya Latifolia Snow Queen. I guess I'll pop in a picture. This was either 2-3 months ago, and I still had her in sphagnum moss, but you can see there's only one leaf with that splashing, like really covering the leaf. The other leaves, they're predominantly green, and I kind of knew that there wasn't going to be any splashing coming. Oh, my stomach, guys. Coming from the rest of that plant. The splashy leaf was the oldest leaf, so I decided to propagate it, throw into LECA, and just like cross my fingers to see if there was going to be more splashy leaves coming from that initial. Oh my god, honestly, do you hear that? There's like a motorcycle. Weekends in the summer in Toronto, everyone thinks they're a race car driver. Everyone thinks they're like either NASCAR or Formula One. Like, get over it. Yeah, I just didn't know if the newer leaves are gonna have splash. So I'm happy to say there's a set that has a lot of splash. So I'll show you now. You know what? I just saw this yesterday. That's why it's an honorable mention, because like I only saw it when I was gathering all the other plants. Seriously, I can't get enough of these leaves. This is legit Snow Queen. I don't want to like touch things because there is a new leaf over there, but like this was the original leaf. From this plant, there's actually 2 growth points. So one growth point is this one coming from underneath, and the one that's coming on top are these 2 new leaves. So they do have a little bit of splashing. So I'm very happy that underneath, you know, there's I don't know, like all the Hoya collectors out there, do y'all know what I mean? Like, it's not only this plant, it's other plants that have very inconsistent like splashing. Sometimes when you buy a plant and it doesn't have, you know, this amount of splash, you kind of worry that the rest of the plant won't carry it. But I am so happy. I'm so glad I made the decision to chop it, because the other plant here, it doesn't have any, I mean, it's hard to tell, and who knows as the plant grows. But from my experience, it doesn't really carry. So I'm very excited for these snowy, splashy leaves. Wow, that's incredible. That is, oh. And I'll show you an example. So if y'all watched my Hoya unboxing video, I unboxed a Hoya Mathilde Splash. There was, oh, my camera's overheating. There was one leaf over here that was splashy in the whole plant. Thankfully, from that node came these leaves. Look at these splashy leaves. She's not continuing it with it though, so I think once these hardened off, I might chop it again. And the rest of the plant that's not coming from that node, it's just all green, minimal splashing. So this is just another example of, you know, the splashing coming from the splashy leafed node. But yeah, the last plant before my camera cuts me off is the Hoya Latifolia Snow Queen. Okay guys, I guess that's it. Which one of these plants impressed you? This is so hard for me. You know, I'm really happy for the Melanochrysum. That strawberry shake leaf was so pretty. That Anthurium, it might be the Anthurium for me. Thank you guys always for the support here on Instagram. I'm so sorry I haven't gotten to, you know, answer a lot of your comments in the past week. It's been very chaotic in my life right now, so I'm sorry, but I do read them all. I appreciate all of you, and I wouldn't be here without you, so thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so if you've made it to the very end, thank you guys so much. I greatly appreciate it, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.